Welcome to Unlocks and another YouTube video. Today we're going to talk about financial forms, financial aid, and applying to the financial aid, need-based financial aid as an international student to US colleges and beyond. Specifically, we will be talking about how to fill out CSS Profile, how to get those documents, how to upload them on iDoc, and how to fill out ISA and how to fill out college's own financial information. Okay? So let's get started. We have done this video I think 3 years ago, but that was a basic, and we are making this video in English because many of you requested the English version. So let's get started. You can look at my screen right now. We have prepared specifically for Unlock viewers on YouTube, and we have sent it on our Telegram channel, the link of this video, the link of this template. So what is this? This is financial template by Unlock. As you can see, it has the income part, expense part, and notes part. Believe me, this would cut the time that you will be spending filling out the CSS Profile, ISA, or any other financial forms by a lot, because we have experienced this in our students. They filled this out and then they just copied and pasted the information as long as we confirmed them, right? So everything is fine. So this would cut your time to a lot. So therefore, use this template before filling out any financial form. So how does this work? So here we have incomes. As you can see, all of them are income here, and all of them are expenses here. And here, if you have special notes, you can include that. But let's say our parent one annual salary is 500 million sums, and let's say in Uzbek sums, or let's say it is in United States dollars, right? So that everyone understands it's annual 550,000 sums, and parent 2 is, let's say, 80,000 sums. No, dollars. That's gonna be 8 million. 80. Okay, so that's $80,000, right? And our overall income is $130. Imagine we also rent our property, so that's gonna bring us about 30,000 bucks per year, and that would make us $160 per year. And here you can include your expenses, right? Annual costs, utilities, food, transportation, medical expenses, siblings education, annual loan debt payment, annual rent, mortgage, any other significant expenses. Here you will include those. Let's say you spend on utilities, let's say 10,000 bucks. You'll spend 5,000 in what? Food and groceries? No, that's a lot less. Let's say 12,000 you spent on that. And transportation you spend 5,000. So on and so forth. Let's say you spend this much, right, for every single one of them, and your expenses $52,000, and your leftover is $108,000. So out of that you can spend for the college. Let's say if you spend 80% of that, that would be what? That would be $86,000. That would be $86,000. So you'll be spending $86,000 for college every single year. That's a lot, I know, but this is how you can calculate your income. If you have any other thing, you can just open a row below and add a specific income or expense and include it here. Let's say 2,000-3,000 again, and it will affect the everything that you write here. Okay, formula applies to every single row you include here. So this is basically it. As long as you fill out this information, I mean fill out this template and show it to the person who knows how to deal with financial aid, financial problems, then you're fine. I mean, you can just copy and paste it to the CSS Profile, ISA, and whatever financial document you have, because your calculations from the foundation is right. Okay, now let's see this into a practice. So let's go to our CSS Profile. What is CSS Profile? CSS Profile is a College Board's product on connecting students with colleges. In terms of financial aid, CSS Profile gathers all of the data that you have on your family income, family expenses, everything, and tells to the college, hey, this student has this much and wants to pay this much. And colleges will look at your data and look at your documents and say that, hey, we want to give this much financial aid, we don't want to give this much financial aid. That's need-based financial aid. I'm not talking about merit-based. Merit-based is the one that is not on your need. I mean, you don't have to have any need for the money. You can just be good at something and get the merit-based scholarship. But the need-based is always on need-based. I mean, you need this money, they consider this money. Okay? Nice, fine. So now let's go. This is CSS Profile. Let's fill this out together, right? This is a new account. Nobody has started it, and we're going to do it together. So let's start the section. It asks the basic questions. As you can see, CSS Profile is a common application for institutional financial aid. Hundreds of schools and scholarship programs use CSS Profile toward a need-based aid to students. The CSS Profile is a dynamic and is based on answers you provide. Yes, it changes. I mean, if you include one parent, it asks the information of the parent. If you don't include it, it doesn't ask. This means we only ask you the questions that are relevant to you. What we will be asking: basic student information, including schools you may attend, questions to understand your family situation, parent income and assets if applicable, student income and assets. We also provide section at the end for you to let your schools know anything else that impacts your ability to pay for the college. Before you begin, collect the following for both of you, any parent you will be application. Yes, this is true. Before filling out, you have to know what numbers you have to put, right? Here, I put these numbers out of nowhere, but you have to put numbers based on specific document. What is that document? That document looks like this in the screen. So what is this? This document is income statement given by the employer of your parents or the person who contributes to the household income, right? So this will have a basic company information, 12 months of the 2024, and the income of each month and the income tax of each month, and then the company, the name itself. So that's going to be basically the document. You can download it on the mygo.uz. What was that? So that's a national ecosystem in Uzbekistan that allows the citizens to get services in different citizenship information, so on and so forth. So you can download those in English, in Russian, in Uzbek. So you will be downloading that in English and uploading that to the CSS Profile. But if you don't have documents, I mean, if your parents don't work officially anywhere, right? So what you have to do is simply go to your parent and ask, hey, how much you earn every single month, and I need a document that proves it. I mean, I need a document that makes it official. It can be through the company stamp, it can be through the notarius, it can be through different ways, but as long as it's official and it's not like, hey, this much I earn, not official, it doesn't work, right? So yeah, this is how you're going to make it. If your parent has the business, the business will have its own document too. I mean, it's not going to be fully legal, right? So therefore, you create a document, put the pichat of the business, and then upload onto the CSS Profile. Income documents for any money earned from work. Okay. Examples include tax returns, W-2s, earning statements, interest statements, all of them. Asset documents, bank statements, investment summaries. Documents related to the value and debt of any business, rental properties and farms. With the information above, most students can complete the application in a single sitting. Be on the lookout for hints and help text throughout the application. Find information about frequently asked questions. For all of the questions concerning money, round to the nearest whole number. For example, round the US dollars to the nearest dollar. Do not include cents. Read to get started, click continue to get going. So this is what we will be following today. Let's get started. Okay, here is the basic information. The name is, let's say, Alexander Pushkin. is the name. Nickname is Poet, right? Poet. Phone number about the student. So phone number, you cannot put plus or minus or whatever. You just start with the numbers. 998-9577-96575. Email address pushkin@gmail.com. Right, I'm including random emails so that you will include your own, not this one. About the student, so Poet's date of birth, so it's, what was that, January 18, 799. I don't think they accept this. I don't know whether the Pushkin was born in January 18th, but it was definitely, this is definitely true. Poet's marital status, never married. I mean, as a student, yes. It's married, but as a student, yes. Poet's permanent citizenship, Uzbekistan. Okay, they don't accept this. So it's 2008, 7. Okay, we confirm the date. Poet has their own children. If you put your own children, they will ask you information about your children and so on and so forth. If you don't, they will not ask any questions. So that's how they work. If you put yes, for example, as you can see, in the later part, they will be asking the question. So therefore, I'll be putting no, and most of you will be putting no. If you have any problems with having children, just let me know. We're going to deal with it. Street address, so that's going to be Furkat 1501, let's say 15, okay. City, Tashkent, zip postal code, you don't need it, but you can just include it, 1012. Okay, College Board Financial Aid ID, we don't have it, you can just leave it blank. Okay, they're asking confirm our demographics. Please confirm this information is correct. It is used by schools to connect your application to your school record. Okay. Alexander Pushkin, January 18, 2007, SB Financial Aid ID net, pushkin@gmail.com, 957796575, Uzbekistan, Furkat, Tashkent, postal code, all of them are true. Let's go. So make sure you have those. So now they're asking about parents. Who are your parents? My parents' first name is parent 1, last name is parent 1, 2. Okay. Father, in this one, okay, let's go through each of them. Father, you know, it's a biological father who gave birth to you. No, a biological father, simply a male of the one. Mother is a biological mother who gave birth to you. Stepfather is the one who is not your biological father, not your biological mother. Legal guardian is if you unfortunately have no fathers, mothers, stepfathers, stepmothers, you will have a legal guardian. Imagine if you're living in orphans, so orphanage, and then you have a legal guardian. Other, if you have to specify, if there is any other specific situation, just go with other and you will explain it. But we put father, check if this is, that means that if your father is still alive. If not, you just put the check if this is. I mean, if they're passed away, you put this. Okay, and then imagine they're passed away, right? And you have a stepfather or stepmother. You can just add this one and add another parent too, right? Or if you have father and mother, but still you're in an orphanage, then you put legal guardian too, because legal guardian is the one who knows your situation the most, right? Parent 2, let's say mother, that's going to be mother 2, mother 2. Okay, so they're asking about our parents' situation. They're married, they're happy, they're living together. Separated means that they're not living together, but they're officially engaged. Divorced means that they're officially not together. I mean, they have been broke up. And they're not living together. Yeah, divorced, official. Unmarried, not living together. That means that simply they're unmarried and not living together. Yeah, you get it. Unmarried and living together. That's not official, but living together. This one is unofficial, this one is unofficial. This one is not official and not living together. And this one is married, then separated, but not official. This one is married, divorced, then separated. Yes. So married in domestic partnership. Okay. What country do parent 1 and parent 2 live in? Uzbekistan. Okay. What currency will you use to complete? This is important. Why? Because the documents that you will be submitting after submitting the CSS profile to iDoc, you will not be submitting your documents in the CSS profile, you will be submitting them on iDoc. The documents that you will be submitting should be in the same currency. Okay? The document in Uzbekistan will be in Uzbekistan Sum, so therefore you have to put it in Uzbekistan Sum here. But if the document here in your country is in whatever currency it is, you just put that. What currency? Uzbekistan Sum. Current education program. Okay, they're asking about our education level. So where, let's say 12th grade, right? If you're 11th grade, you put 12th grade. I mean, last one. High school type, public one, private one, homeschool. You know what this, right? But it should match the common app. Let's say secondary, international school. Yes, our school is that. School. Okay, it is asking about the programs. So what is going on here? You will be sending your CSS profile to the colleges, and colleges want you to send by specific name or CSS code number so that they find it easier, right? So my suggestion and life tip, life hack is that add only one college that you got the CSS profile fee waiver, which makes it free to apply and send your CSS profile. And but if not, you should pay $25 per university. After first one, that becomes $16, right? So do request a CSS profile fee waiver from the college. Just email them, hey, I'm this and this and that. I want to get the CSS profile fee waiver. Please give me one. Or they will have in their website specific form that you have to fill out, or they will have other financial forms that they use without giving CSS profile code, right? For example, if you say, hey, I need money, I cannot fill out the CSS profile, but then you say, let's say, give me a fee waiver, they will say, hey, we don't have CSS profile fee waivers, please fill out the ISFA, right? Or a financial form. Let's search college program name, New York University. Okay, so a new Canon Community Foundation has School Foundation. Okay. This one is New York University. So first year, never previously attended. Assigned ID, we don't have it. On campus, a regular decision. So you'll be putting that. That's easy. And then continue. You can always add more colleges after submitting to CSS profile too. Okay, we have filled this out. Now let's go to the important part. This one talks about how much money. No, it's about parent 1 and parent 2 information. So date of birth of parent 1. So you put that shouldn't take much time. 98, email address parent@gmail.com. Highest level education, middle school. That means that they didn't finish the school. They finished the school. They finished the college. Other unknown. It means that they haven't started or they haven't studied or whatever there. So let's say college, university. Parent 2. 77. Email address parent2@gmail.com. Highest level of education, high school. Okay, now it's asking about money. So did parent 1 and parent 2 file a federal tax return? So here, what you can do is, in the United States, you have a US federal tax return, but in the US, you just put completed. But what if my parents filled a non-US return? If the parents of country's tax does not follow the calendar year, Report information from the last tax year that ended before April 1 and 2025. So that means that you put completed, right? But they completed other non-US tax return. And here they are asking how much money your parents earn from work. So you pay, let's say, here 80 million sums in 2024. Remember, it's 2024. And parent 2 is, let's say, 80 million again. They both earn together the same amount. But I have to submit the document to prove that. Total compensation from employers required. So that means that we have to add both numbers. 160 million sums. Interest income is 0. The interest income means that if your parents has the money in banks or somewhere they invested, they have the interest income, right? They have the interest income, but we don't have 0. We don't have interest income, so we put 0. Dividend income is the money that given by the shareholder for the company. If your parent is a shareholder of the company, they can get the dividend. Ask them to clarify this information. If not, you don't have to. So let's go 0. Net income from businesses and partnerships. If your parents own the business, you just have to include the net income from businesses and partnerships. So here in our case, our parents don't earn any business money, so put 0. Net income from rental real estate, royalties. So that means that, let's say we have money, right? 50 million sums we earn from rental money. Net income from farms, 0. Other taxable income. Okay, we don't have any other taxable income. Do we have it? No, we don't have it. The other taxable income means that if your parents earn money anywhere else that they pay taxes, you just have to include it. Here, the best thing that you have to do is to sit down with your parents and fill out and explain everything. Hey, do we have this and do we have that and do we have this? Pension, annual retirement. So if your parents are retired but are not working anywhere, right? Then you put every single money here because they're earning as a pension, right? But our parents are young, they're able, so they're working. All taxes, every single country has a tax code and percentage differs everywhere. In Uzbekistan, if I'm not mistaken, that's 12% of the income. So we'll be putting what? 160 million divided, multiplied by, so that's 19.200, yes, 19,200,000 sums. List the source income tax, right? Okay. Royalties, so reported rental real estate. So we have to include what kind of, they asked, it's a dynamic. What kind of real estate we have? We have a rental real estate, right? Okay. Housing, food received. So that means that some of the parents, some of the people earn money because of their job. I mean, they have a housing, food, other living allowances received in 2024 as a members of the clergy or other profession. Let's say if your parents are working in the government and specific important job and they're traveling around in the cities, they usually get the home from the government itself and they live on that house and they get food, everything on the regular basis. So if you have that situation, do include that. If not, no. Here you have always the hints. Include cash payments and cash value of benefits. Also include amounts that were not already included as part of wages, earnings and compensation from employer. Don't include the value of on-base military housing and value of basic military allowance for housing. Also, do not include amounts reported elsewhere on this application. So, what is going on? Here, you have to include something that you haven't included before, right? If you have it, so 0 here. Other untaxed income in 2024, including but not limited to workers' compensation, untaxed disability benefits, income from other family members. Imagine your parents has, let's say, get the money from their brothers and sisters on their regular basis, or a big amount in 2024. You can include that here, right? It's untaxed. Imagine your friend gives you money, they don't pay taxes and you don't pay taxes for that money. So that's untaxed, it's untaxed. So that's money given for just itself, it's not any official thing. Okay, alimony received. I think you know the alimony. Alimony is the if the parents are divorced and if they have children, the non-custodial one fills out the alimony. They pay the alimony for the custodial one. I'll explain that a bit later. Okay, so this one is asking parent wants income from work in 2025. So that's going to be almost similar. So what was that? 80 million sums, right? And mother to 80 million sums. Other taxable income, this one would be rental one, right? Rental one is taxable. If not taxable, don't write it. 30 million sums. Untaxed income and benefits. So that's money given from different family members and so on and so forth. That's 40 million. No, let's say 0. Right? Do parent 1 and parent 2 expect a significant income change in 2026 due to a new job, a job loss, retirement, benefits, and changes, and etc. So that means that, for example, your parents might go on retiring, your parents might be losing their job, or you're moving to the new country. So if yes, you include it and explain. If no, just go on. Okay. Parent 1, they're asking where does they work. Employed by others means that they work in a company. Self-employed means that they're employing themselves. For example, they have a business or they rent the properties always, and they don't work on a regular basis on somebody on the company, right? Unemployed, that means that they're not being able to work because of different reasons. Retired, not employed by choice, it means that they are retired as of age. So let's choose one here. Employed by others, right? Okay, what is parents one? Occupation, doctor, where the clinic, right? How many years? 15 years. And this one is asking retirement plan. In Uzbekistan, we have civil service state-sponsored plan. But if your parents work on a military-sponsored plan, that's also applicable, because in Uzbekistan, military people get the separate money from military itself, right? Their pension. It's not like usual one, right? So yeah, employer-sponsored plans. Some companies might offer retirement services for their employers, but I don't think in Uzbekistan it is happening in the government or the military. Okay, so let's go. They're asking. Value of parent one's tax deferred and after tax retirement pension, annuity, savings plans such as IRA, again, kiosk, SEP. I think that's US based stuff, but that means that, let's say, every single month your parents, they're working officially, they pay for the taxes and they pay for the pension, right? Retirement plan. And retirement plan is that if they've been working for 10 years, how much has been earned so far? So current value. You have to ask your parents about this. If they don't have any information about this, just put 0. Okay, what is mother 2 employment status? Again, the same thing. We're going to fix this. Just pass this through. So are the addresses are same? If they're living together, yes, their address is same. If they're not, then just put no, because so if they're divorced, you just put no, right? Okay, your house. Live with others. If the student's family lives with family or friends and doesn't pay rent, so that's live with others. Own home, rent, live with others, housing provided by employer. So you understand that, right? Okay, own home. Let's put the rent. No, let's say own home. Many people own home, right? Home purchase here, they're asking 972. They don't ask the official document, don't worry about this. Just write Primerna. Home purchase price is, let's say, 100 million sums. In current market is 700 million sums, right? Total amount, that's credit. I mean, if you have credit, let's say if you got, let's say 500 million in credit and you have left 300 million, you just put 300 million and they ask you how much monthly you pay for the credit. Let's say 5 million we pay, right? And if you remove the credit here, if you just write 0, they don't ask this information. No. 0. Yeah, the rental payment. Why are they asking this? Okay. So household introduction. So it asks, do you have any siblings? If you have siblings, do add them. It's like easy again. Tell us more. Let's say sibling 1, date of birth, and that, sibling, grandparent. Yeah. So you will add here other if those people are dependent. You know, it's dependent. What does dependent mean? Dependent means that who lives in the student's parents' household and receives more than half of their support from them, right? So those are people dependent. Let's say if your brother, let's say, earns money but receives half of their income from your parents, then dependent. So if you're receiving half of your income from your parent, you're dependent too, right? So yeah, this is how it works. You just add it and let's go. Let's remove it, right? Save and continue. Child support. Did parent receive child support? Some governments do that. Some people don't do that. Or I think people receive it when they have a new kid, right, at home. No, our parents did not. Pay child support. No. Okay. So this one is asking now again expenses. Here we have the expenses, right? So expenses they're asking, so that's insurance stuff. Did parent wanted mother to have any medical and dental expenses not covered by insurance? Yes, in Uzbekistan it is difficult to have insurance for the health. How much? So you write the numbers. You have to ask your parents and you don't have to prove these numbers. This is just the numbers, you cannot prove them. So 9 million in this asks college loan debt, okay. Alimony, no. Utilities 9 million, food 9 million, clothing 9 million, household necessities 9 million, transportation 9 million, other expense 9 million, emergencies, right? Emergencies. So after you include all of your expenses, they ask about assets. So what does the asset mean? Asset means that how much they have right now, currently. Current amount in cash, you ask your parents how much money they have under their pillows. 10 million sums. That poet's parent 1 and mother 2 have the following assets. Investments, business, farm. No. If you include more information, you have to add more information. That's the hint of the CSS profile, that's it. Assets they own but are held in the names of their children. So that means that imagine you are over 18 and your parents has a house on your sibling's name, right? So we don't have it. If yes, you will just include it, right? So here, what is the asset? When you buy it, what is that? And no one knows. So they ask information. Number of real estate properties, right? We added 1. It's not like other than your house. It's other than your house. It's not included in your house. And they ask you information. Our country, Uzbekistan, street address, something. Let's say hello. 10,000 sums. So this is exactly as the house. Current market value, you just have to look at the OLX or just ask your parents how much is your money, how much is that place cost right now. Okay, continue. So this is asking number of months per year the property is rented to others. It's 12 months. Year the property was purchased 1999. Purchase of this property 10 million sums. Let's go. Keep going, poet. Now this asking student's income. Student never filled, not filed. Okay, how much income earned from work? Here you have to pay attention on your CSS profile. No, common app. If you have included extracurricular activities that you earned money, you put that. If not, don't. How income? No. Interest income? No. Of the student. Is this student's one? No. Just put no here. So, do you have any earnings? You can add little summa. 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, and 1 million. Okay, this is the most important part. Students' resources. How much you can pay for the college. After you include all of the income and after you include all of the expenses, here the money leaves. And then out of that you can pay that. So make sure it's not overgoing this one and undergoing this one, right? So let's say 100 million sums they pay. Scholarship grants, no. Employer, no. Relatives, no. Okay, poet funded from the government, no. No. Tuition benefits, no. Okay, well, the poet transportation, I think it's parents' income. Student assets, investment, trust, business. How much currently? I have 1 million currently. Any retirement assets? No. Student is basically no. And here, if you have special circumstances, choose other and explain it here. If you don't have it, just put none and go, and yes, your CSS profile is done. You just go to review on my application. You can review that, but we will be skipping right now. And then I have written statement and just pay for the NYU. If you have fee payment code, just use here fee payment code and wild code program, put it, and for the NYU specifically put wild code program code, and then let's say 3465. Right? I mean, no, it doesn't exist. Yes. So this is exactly it. Every single financial document, I mean ISFA or any other financial form asks you this one. Basic information about student, right? They ask you this. Basic information about parents, income, assets, and expenses, contribution to college. These things. They only ask you about these things, right? That's it. That's the only thing that you need to know, right? And then after submitting CSS profile, they will be asking IDOC. Simply they'll be asking here after you submit it. No, I cannot go there. So after you submit it, they'll be asking, and you put that documents that you put the income in. So mainly you will be putting for these things, income, right? And then I want to point out one more information. If your parents are divorced, you will have custodial and non-custodial CSS profile. You will not be filling only one CSS profile, but two, right? How it works? Simply, when parents are divorced, one of the kids, one of the parents will take the custody responsibility of the kid, and then that will be custodial parent. With the custodial parent, you fill together. With the non-custodial, you send, they open a college board account with their own name, and then fill out the CSS profile with the student's name. And yeah, we will have to send 2 CSS profiles for the custodial one, right? Yeah, this is how it works. For the custodial and non-custodial, you just have to send 2 CSS profiles, not one. And that is the only thing. That might be confusing. Some universities do waive the non-custodial CSS profile, but make sure and read their college website. But overall, yeah, this is how it works. So let me show you how to get the ISFA, right? ISFA PDF. Usually you get the ISFA from the college's websites, or you just email the colleges. So this is ISFA. This is document. Simply, it's not a platform you submit it, right? It's free. And then you just simply fill out the information. Let's read the here. Okay, the International Student Financial Aid application is designed to gather information from international students who are applying to financial aid colleges and universities in the United States. When completing the application, it's important to answer all of the questions they apply to you and your family. Convert to US dollars, okay? This asks in the US dollars, no matter the document. Return to the form directly to the college that provided or requested it. You can return it by uploading on their application portals or emailing them. So this is 2 ways. Some of the questions on the International Student Financial Aid are self-explanatory, and instructions that follow are only provided for questions that might need further explanation. So I told you, students' information, parents' information, right? Okay, this is asking custodial one. Let's read it. What they're telling about custodial one. On this application, parents means custodial parents, the parent or legal guardian with whom the student lives. If the student's biological or adoptive parents are divorced or separated, the custodial parents are the parents with whom the student has lived the most during the 12 months prior to the filling application. If the custodial parent has remarried, parents includes the student's biological adoptive parent and step-parent. Yes, exactly. For the CSS ISA, you don't have to send non-custodial, it turns out. For the CSS profile, yes. Write the number of people who live in your parents and are supported by their income. Complete all parts of this question. Include family members counted as your dependents in question 11 and counted as your parents' dependents in question 15. And then financial information. Once college is required to submit documentation to verify information on this form. Check this college to determine its requirements. Asset information, what they have, and expenses. And then lastly, they have this one. Yeah, expected support for educational expenses. How much you will be spending for college. You will be writing there. And signature, and then you send back to the college. That's it, easy. ISA is easy. ISA is easy. So yeah, this was CSS Profile. CSS Profile, I understand it's difficult. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Or contact us through Telegram. We will have all of the links, the link of the template, the link of our channel, link of our website, and whatever links you have, just let me know. We're going to deal with it. Okay? Have an amazing day. See you on the next videos. Unlock is here with you. What I can say, good luck on your college admissions, and we're happy to help you. Bye.